You see, ladies and gentlemen, I don't just upload to my VODs from Twitch involving the One Piece TCG. I'm also going to be doing videos on it whenever new card reveals are shown off. In this case, for Booster Set 6, Twin Champions, which is centered around Sanji and Zoro. So I wholeheartedly expect just a lot of Zoro's backstory and just stuff involving Ryuma and whatnot. And of course, Sanji being one of the main focus as well, as described here, the theme being Zoro and Sanji. We got the Vinsmoke family, Germa 06. And the leader for the Vinsmoke deck is Reiju. Part of me wanted it to be Judge, because that would make a lot more sense due to the fact that Judge is Sanji's father. And I want to put all them implants in Sanji and his sister and brothers. But I guess since Reiju is much more liked compared to Judge, I guess it makes sense. Maybe we'll get a Vinsmoke Judge in a OP-07 or whatever. So Vinsmoke Reiju is a blue-purple leader, which in Magic the Gathering terms, for those who are more familiar with Magic, your leader is your commander. So, yeah. Reiju here is my commander, if I'm going to be putting in Magic the Gathering terms. Because even if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player, you might at least know what commander is, because that's just a very simple, well-known phrase for Magic. Or if you don't know what that is, your deck master, essentially. Yeah, pretty much your deck master from Yu-Gi-Oh. Anyway, she's a blue-purple leader. It being purple means you're going to be expecting a lot of Dawn manipulation. And it also being blue means there's going to be a lot of control in here. So, effect is, on my turn, once per turn, when one of your Dawn cards on the field is returned to your Dawn deck, draw a card. So see, the thing with purple is that they easily can return Dawn back to Dawn decks. So Dawn manipulation is what purple's really good at doing. And just getting a free card off of that is absolutely fantastic. And this effect is very reminiscent of Reiju's effect in the show, due to the fact that she can suck up poison. That being her powers from her Germa 06 stuff she got when she was a baby. Because Judge won the maximum in scientific possibilities, or whatever it was. So this is very reminiscent of her of her abilities. So very good on that, Bandai, and just make it into a good effect in general. Wonderful job. Now you see, just because there's a Reiju here that's a leader, doesn't mean she's only going to be a leader. That's right, we got a character card of Reiju. So, Vinsmoke Reiju, purple character, 4 cost with 5,000 power. On play mean that the moment you play her, you activate this effect. If you have less Dawn on your field than your opponent, and you have 5 or less cards in your hand, you draw 2 cards. So essentially you can get 7 cards or go up to as high as 5 cards or even 4 cards or what have you. And she has a count of 1000, which means she's got a 1000 shield. This is really damn good, holy shit. It's literally generic. And it's just good. It's just good in purple in general. Hell, Magellan might actually have a new toy to play around with. King might have something new to play around with. All purple decks looks like they got something new to play around with. So good effect there, Bandai. Good effect. Just treating Reiju well. Not just in his art. I mean, look at his fucking art. Oh my god, it's great. But also in effects. Good job. The next thing we got Vinsmoke Reiju. Now we're entering the brothers. Such a wonderful family. Just such a wonderful family, you know? The Vinsmokes. Just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful functioning family went towards Sanji. The most loving and caring family. And, well, actually Reiju is caring about Sanji. But I digress. So Yanji, purple character, a 4-cost 5,000 strike. Vinsmoke, Germa 06. If you have less Dawn on your field than your opponent, this character gains 1,000 power and blocker. So, wait, it doesn't say my turn. Oh god, it's just either turn. So it could be a 6k blocker. That's not bad. But because it's a 4-cost, we need at least 5 Dawn. So it's like, what, a turn 2, 3 play that you do? I still say it's pretty good though, due to the fact that it is a blocker and becomes 6,000. And also it does have that 1,000 counter on there. So I'm going to say this is pretty good. The next up, the other two brothers. And our last of our card reveals for this. Vinsmoke Reiju. Purple character. Cost 7, 7,000 power with strike. Vinsmoke Germa 06. On play, if you have less Dawn on your field than your opponent, give up to one of your opponents minus 2,000 power for this turn, and he gains rush. Alright, so that's actually pretty good right there. It minuses your opponent's power. He literally thinks he's red. I mean, he is red, but he literally thinks he's a red character just for that minus 2k. But getting rush? That's not bad. And because it is purple, it's still very, very easy to have less Dawn than your opponent. Whether it be given some to your characters or leaders for power-ups, or just paying Dawn, like return to the Dawn deck for effects. My only gripe is that he doesn't return Dawn himself to help fuel that. But nonetheless, it's still pretty good. I think like early-ish game, just because, well, rush. Excuse me, it's not early game, it's like 7-drop. So mid to the start of late game, if anything. It's not bad. It's a pretty fun card, I'll give it that much. And then lastly we got Niji. 5 cost, 6,000. On play, if you have less Dawn on your field than your opponent, you get to choose one of the following effects. KO up to one of your opponent's characters that cost 2 or less. Return up to one of your opponent's characters that have 4 costs or less to their hand. Honestly, this is pretty okay as well. All I gotta say right now, aside from Reiju and Reiju, these cards are fine. Like the Reiju and the Reiju, those are great. Those are great. Draw a card and draw 2. Upstart Goblin, Pot of Greed. Those are really good. I could see this Reiju by herself, character Reiju here, being played as something like a Magellan, or maybe like a Kaido. I'm not gonna say Dofi, because Dofi doesn't really do Dawn manipulation, aside from refreshing his own Dawn. So overall, I need to see more from the Vinsmokes, because as of right now, this is just okay. It's a fun. It's fun. Right now, with these four or five batch of cards, I can see this being a fun deck at best. But like I said, we need more. We need to see a character like Judge. Maybe get these characters as kids to see what effects they get. Maybe have some like the little soldiers, the identical soldiers, get turned to cards, stuff like that. But right now, I'm going to say, good job on this Bandai. Good job on this. This is a good start to the Germa 06 stuff. And well, until I see more, all I can say is good job, not fantastic job. And I just noticed they made the Reiju here a super rare. Well, everyone else is either a rare or common or uncommon. Although that looks like an R. So these are probably rares. So that's all I gotta say. Not much else really to say. I think it's just pretty good. So that's all I gotta say. Thank you all for watching. And well, I look forward to doing more videos like this. Have a nice one.